morning, everyone. This is Elayne from Anabellas. Welcome back to Flosstube number 80. I am back in Maggie Valley and filming from my porch swing on my porch. You can hear my wind chimes in the background. It's an absolutely beautiful day here, so I'm enjoying my time in the mountains. I just got here yesterday, and I think I'm going to be here about a week this time, so it should be very fun and very relaxing. We'll see about the relaxing part though. Anyway, if you are new and just found my channel, welcome. I am very happy that you're here. This channel is primarily about cross stitch and quilting and paper crafting with a little bit of my life thrown in. And today I will be making a big announcement and sharing a little bit of a life update. So you don't have to listen. If that time comes, you can just fast forward ahead a few minutes and just skip that part. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back every week. I can't believe I've done 80 of these floss tubes. That's crazy. I just can't even, if you had told me I'd be doing this a year ago, I would have said, you're nuts. So anyway, it's fun to be here. If you are new, please look up, please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. And if you ring that notification bell, you will be notified whenever I upload a new video or I have some fun news to share like I have today. So I had a busy week. Let me go ahead and just update you on that. Colton, our sweet grandson, turned 1, as I mentioned on the last video, and he took his first steps a couple days ago. So we now have a walking toddler, and he is just so cute. When he walks, he's, got his little hands up, and he's just trying to be so careful, but he's doing well. And I wasn't able to see Elijah. He came down with another, daycare cough. And who else didn't I see? I saw Kobe. I did get to see Kobe. So I got in most of my grandchildren before I left. I'm going to try to FaceTime with Michelle tonight so I can see my little nugget, Elijah. Anyway, why don't I begin with just cutting to the chase and sharing our announcement. It is a big announcement for us, for both Terry and I. So, sit back if you want. I won't take too long. So basically what's going on is I am having a big birthday at the end of September. And 20 years ago, when Terry and I built this beautiful log home in the Smoky Mountains, it was our plan to retire here. And although we still own our home care business in South Florida, we do have now a trusted employee that can run that business for us. So we have decided to make a move to our home here in Maggie Valley and live here full time. It is a big move. We are very excited to do it. When we told each of our 3 children individually, each one of them had the same exact response, which is, I don't know why you didn't do it years ago. All 3 of them said the same exact thing, more or less. So we're just so blessed that they're so supportive. And they know that we're going to both come down once a month. We'll probably take turns for a minute or two, but we'll both fly down or drive down once a month so we can spend some real good quality time with our grandkids and our kids. And then when South Florida figures it out with these housing prices, it's likely that we will, be snowbirds and maybe just spend the winters down there. But we're going to say we're going to do that in a couple years. For the first 2 years, we're going to be here, around the clock, all 4 seasons, and tough it out, in the winters. We're both from Buffalo, so to hear us say that we think winters are going to be tough, I don't know. I've lived in South Florida, actually in the Lake Worth area, since I was a sophomore in high school, so long time. And Terry's been down there for, I don't know, 20 or 30 years. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do in the winters. We live high enough up that, he's already saying he needs to get a Cobato. I guess it's some type of golf cart type thing that has a plow on it. I don't know. I think we're just going to put a sleeper sofa down below and sleep down there. I don't know. So anyway, we're busy with that. And then the really big announcement is that we have found space for Anabellas. And it is a huge space, probably double the size of what we're in right now. The space is so large that we not only will be able to house our existing web-based businesses, but we will also be able to open a needle workshop. So Anabellas will be opening its very own needlework shop right here in Waynesville. And let me tell you the difference between Maggie Valley and Waynesville. Maggie Valley is a very, very small town. There is probably just 1,800 people that live in Maggie Valley. So on a map, Maggie Valley's here and Waynesville is here. So Waynesville would be the first big town that we go to, you know, probably every day for groceries and, you know, to shop. And there's a lot of restaurants there. I mean, there's a lot to do in Maggie Valley as well. But Waynesville is more conducive to having an LNS, a local needlework shop. So that's where we will be. And I'm going to insert some pictures here so you can see it. It's not completely done yet. We are still waiting for some finishing to be done on the retail side. And that should be done, you know, hopefully this week while I'm here. But the floors went in and I absolutely love them. It's painted beautifully and it is ready for us to start shipping things up here. And Terry has moving trucks coming today and tomorrow to give us some quotes. So I don't know if we're going to make this big move before Expo or after Expo. It's really just going to depend upon how quickly those movers can get Anabellas packed up and how quickly we're going to have a delay from when they load the truck to when we can begin shipping again. And I want to keep that window really small because anyone who has orders is going to have to wait a couple extra days while the truck gets up here and I get the stuff ready to start shipping. So I'll keep you posted on that. But for now, how fun is this, right? I can't wait. The retail space is going to be so cozy and so warm and so welcoming. And it's going to be filled with all things cross-stitch, embroidery, quilting, paper crafting. We've expanded to add patterns, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute for quilting. We're adding yarn to our mix in the shop itself. I don't know that we're going to offer it online, but we're going to have a nice, huge section of yarn for I can't speak today, for crocheting and knitting. And I'm going to talk more about that too in a minute. And what else are we going to have? We might have our finishing shop setups to do cross-stitch finishing for folks. And you know, we're going to have lots of stitchy spaces for people to come and sit and stitch with us. So it's wonderful. You know, home care has been very good to my family and I was in the Alzheimer's arena for many, many years. And, you know, retiring from that in a way, you know, we still own the company and we're still going to be hands-on, but really stepping back now from it and moving up here is a dream come true. We are kind of pinching ourselves that we're really doing it this time. You know, we've talked about it for so long and built this house knowing that this is where we wanted to be, but to actually do it, I don't know, it's kind of fun. You know, every time I get up here, like I did yesterday, I drove 11 hours yesterday, another long drive, bags, and hair's still not done. I'm going to do that while I'm here. But driving up yesterday, and I know I've said this before, as soon as I leave South Florida and the further I get north, I can actually feel the stress leaving my body. And many, many years ago, when I was married to my first husband, we came to Maggie Valley with our kids when they were very little for a trip. And that very first trip, when I got here, it was like I got this feeling that this is where I was meant to be. I don't know if you've ever gotten that about a city or a town or a place, but I felt like I had come home and I couldn't describe it. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was just the place that I always felt I was meant to be. And then, you know, jump forward 20 some odd years, 22 years now, and, you know, here we are again. You know, when I married Terry is when we built our log home here. We came back and, you know, Terry fell in love with Maggie, which I knew he would, and we built the home 20 years ago. And it's great, you know. I mean, we are pretty high up. We're at, I think, 4,300 feet. You know, we are in the Smoky Mountains. We have bears and wildlife around us, and Mr. Cardinal, I'm waiting for him to come back today, my little buddy. You know, so it's going to be a different way of life. I think I'm going to miss the beach, but if I wasn't going back every month to see the kids, probably be a little bit different. We've got some beautiful lakes around us, so I'll be able to get my water fix in whenever I want. But the thing I'm excited about the most isn't just living up here around, year round. It's having that needle workshop. It's being able to not just enjoy all of the wonderful customers that Terry and I have, on our Etsy shop, and then, through the few things that we post on our website. But it's going to be to meet people in person and interact with everyone, and get to see our customers and really help meet their needs on a local level. So we're thrilled. And I do think that there's going to be another needle workshop opening up in Asheville. And I can't remember the name of it, so I apologize. I think that it might be open by the time of our autumn retreat, but I'm not sure. I think she said she's going to open in September, but I can't remember the name of the shop. And Asheville is not close by. It is, but it isn't. It's 40 miles. So it takes about 45 minutes to get there, 40 to 45 minutes. So that's the next closest needle workshop. So we're thrilled. We're very, very excited. And as we progress, I thought if you guys are interested, let me know if you want to see. We'll take you along on the journey. So I will share photos with you of the space, both as it is now, as you can see, and then as we begin to turn it into our own. So thank you all. I know that I've been, waiting all week to tell you this. It was so hard not to do it a day early. I was thinking about doing it yesterday, which is today, because I'm filming on Thursday. But I stick to my story, and my day for FlossTube is on Fridays, and every Friday is when I'm going to bring you my stuff. So anyway, here we go. Another adventure, and another, chapter is beginning in our life. And, with this big birthday coming up, what perfect time to start this new chapter. And I've never been so excited. I really haven't. And I've been so blessed that, this cross-stitch community, all of you, all of our followers and our customers and their friends, and this stitching community has been a lifesaver for me, and now for our family. The way that we've been embraced, the love and the kind words that everyone has shared since my daughter and I started designing. I wish I knew what I know now, 20 years ago. I feel like I missed out on 20 years of being part of this community, but I'm happy to be part of it now, and I'm very blessed to have all of you embrace us. So love you very much. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks is, packing boxes. Well, hopefully the movers will do that. But, slowly getting things up here. But I'll keep you posted. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm not on TikTok very much, but I'm starting to be a little bit more. But on TikTok and Instagram, follow us there. Links are above. And then also be sure that you are following us and are part of our private Facebook group. So I'll include that link as well. And they're also below, because that's where you'll see a lot of updates too, in between, my weekly floss tubes. And then retreat updates. We've had a couple people that have had to cancel for all things autumn. Life happens, and that's okay. We promised that they could get their full refund. So some of you, I think 3 people have gotten emails in the last day or so that 3 spots have opened up for autumn. We have about 150 people on the wait list. So if you don't check your box within 48 hours, I'm going to go to the next person on the list. So be sure to check your spam folder if you are on the wait list to make sure that nothing is sitting in your spam folder and you don't have an invoice from me. But I'm going to give it 48 hours, and then I'm going to choose the next person, and so on and so forth. And then we do have a few openings left for the All Things Winter Retreat with Primrose Cottage Stitches. So be sure to check that out at crossstitchretreats.com, and you can download the registration information packet. You can also email me anytime with any questions, and that's going to be held in West Palm Beach / Palm Beach, Florida. And the All Things Autumn Retreat, as you all know, is with Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives. So very fun. Okay, so I have a couple WIPs I'll show you before we get started. Here is, and I'm going to insert it here, this is our All Things Halloween chart that just came out. The charts were printed and they are now in. So if you are waiting, Terry's going to be shipping them out today and tomorrow. So the All Things Halloween release has 5 charts, and all 5 charts are included in your booklet. So that's kind of fun, and that's been very well received. So thank you, everyone. It's available exclusively at Anabella's right now. It will not be available to distributors or to other needlework shops until the Needlework Expo. So So if you want it now, you can get it through me. If not, you're more than welcome to wait until your favorite needle workshop has it, or until, if you're a shop owner, you can get it through Hoffman's or Yarn Tree or Witchell, because all three now carry our designs. So that's fun. And I am working on two things I can show you that I brought. I am working on, this is a little sneak peek. This is one of the Halloween designs that will be released at Expo. So I'm working on that. This is her hat. You can tell that's a piece of candy, but I'm not going to tell you the rest. It's just a sneak peek. So this is one of our charts that will be coming out. And then I'm going to insert the picture here. This is Judy Whitman's from JBW Designs Christmas Ornaments 4. Now, this booklet just came out, and I did a lot of watching FlossTube this past week, so I got caught up with all my FlossTubers. One of the ones that I watched and that I follow very closely is Chrissy at Finally a Farm Girl. And if you're not following Chrissy, please be sure to do so. What a lovely, lovely lady she is. And I'm going to link her shop below so that you can follow her. And Chrissy is doing a JBW ornaments. Let me see what the exact hashtag is. Hold on, I wrote it down. It's called JBW Ornament Sal. JBW Ornaments Sal. Use that hashtag, and then what she's doing is she is having a stitch along on Instagram where if you stitch along as you create Christmas ornaments out of Judy's book. So she has one in the Christmas Ornaments 4 book called French Country Snowman, and he is being stitched right here. I started him yesterday, so this is just the top of his hat. I don't have a picture that I can show you. I only have the chart, but I started this really a very soft, pretty blue. I think I'm stitching this on 25 count Lugana, but isn't it pretty? Do you remember back in the day where I said I would never stitch on this type of fabric or anything smaller than 14? There you go, or higher than 14. So it's coming along. I like it. It's going to be a quick stitch, but you know what? It's going to be tight down here. So I'm going to have to really, I'm praying that I didn't cut that fabric too small. I think I might have, but that's okay. I'll just start over. Perfectly Imperfect. And by the way, that hashtag Perfectly Imperfect, if you're new to my channel, what I mean by that is I'm very forgiving. I'm not perfect, and when I'm cross-stitching, if I make a mistake, I don't get upset. I don't throw my pattern away. I don't rip out every single stitch. I'm just gentle with myself and say, oh, you made a boo-boo? Go ahead and keep going, girl. It's okay. You're not perfect, and that's perfectly fine. So we'll hope that I did leave enough room, but if I didn't, I'll make it work one way or another. Okay, so those are really the only two WIPs that I have to show for you because the rest are kind of, waiting to come out for Expo. This week while I'm up here in between, running around to all the different things I have to do while I'm here for business, I am going to be finishing up the rest of the Expo model stitches that I have to do. I have many out with model stitchers that they're doing, but the ones that Elayne's doing, I have to finish. So that's really at the top of my list. And then, as I said, I've been watching a lot of FlossTube, and Lori Holt is probably one of my favorite, if not my top favorite, people that I love to follow. I follow Lori for a lot of different reasons. And one of the things that I just started doing is crocheting again. So I've been watching her. I love her granny squares. I woke up this morning very early. I was at Michael's at 9 a.m. when they opened, and boy, do we have a beautiful Michael's in Waynesville. I'm so blessed. I have a Michael's right here. And we have a Hobby Lobby in Asheville, so it's not too far. And Terry and I go to Asheville quite a bit. So, I've got both a Hobby Lobby and a Michael's. So, what more can you ask for, right? And we have a beautiful Hobby Lobby. I ended up going in for one thing, yarn, and spending $100 on stuff for fall to use in my finishing of some of the things that will be released at Expo. So anyway, it was fun. So I digress again. So anyway, Lori Holt, I love her. If you love Lori Holt, I don't know if you know that we have a Facebook group, for Lori Holt fans. And we have almost 15,000 people in our group. So if you love Lori Holt, please feel free to pop in and join our Facebook group. You will be so inspired. This group is not affiliated with Lori. She is not, you know, I started the group and it's for fans of Lori Holt. So if you would like to join our Facebook group, like I said, it's 15,000 strong, and everybody does everything from cross-stitching in the group to quilting to applique to crocheting. It's just a great camaraderie of like-minded people. So there you go. So I'm going to do some granny squares over the next few days, and then I will have them to show you next Friday. Okay, so I watched Chrissy with Finally a Farm Girl. Love her. Highly recommend her. And then my sweet, sweet buddy, Barbara Johns over at Stitching with Grammy. She exhausts me. I got up. We both were up. She was up at 1 filming, and I think I got up at 5. And I turned on my TV, and YouTube was left on, you know, on Xfinity. And up popped Barbara, who had just posted a video. I'm like, what is she doing up? And it was a 2-hour video again, but it's wonderful. She shares all of her WIPs and a recap of StitchCon. So really fun video to watch if you haven't seen it yet. And then, of course, Judy Whitman, like I said, love watching her. And her most recent FlossTube, Judy shared her Christmas, some Christmas designs and her beautiful models. And if you have not seen Judy's models, you need to watch her video. They are gorgeous. And I think this is actually part 2. I think she did part 1 a week or so ago, and then part 2 she just did. So be sure to check out Judy Whitman's FlossTube. And that's it. I'm sure I watched others. I think I watched Country Stitches. I watch Just Keep Stitching every week, you know, with Pam and Steph. Primrose Cottage, watch them every week, you know, love them. Who else? I think that's it this week. That's pretty much it. If I'm forgetting anybody, I'm sorry. Okay, so how about we move on and talk a little bit about new things that have come to the shop that you can look at. Now, I didn't bring the patterns with me, so I'm going to insert the photos here. I already told you about Anabella's new release, but here it is again. This is the All Things Halloween, and like I said, it includes 5 different charts, and it all comes in your booklet. And then we have Fall on the Farm by Little House Needleworks. This is number 8. It is an adorable little chart. It's an adorable pattern, and we do carry all 8 in the Fall on the Farm series, so you can check that out. And then she also has Hometown Holiday, and Hometown Holiday is a 23-part so far series of all the things that you find in a town. And her latest release is the Music Store. And I have mentioned the Music Store before, but she just released the full photo. So here is, I gotta get some water. So here is a full photo of the Music Store. Isn't that cute? So we have that. Then Finally a Farm Girl by Chrissy. So Chrissy at Finally a Farm Girl just started designing, I don't know when, but maybe not too long ago. I'm sorry, Chrissy, if I don't have your dates right. But let me just tell you, her designs are so adorable. I love them. And she has one particular little mouse called Matilda Mouse. And here you go. Here's Matilda Mouse. And she has also designed Matilda Sews. So there's Matilda Mouse. Here's Matilda Sews. And she also has Scarecrow Matilda. Look how cute this is for fall. Jeremiah, who has got to be the cutest frog I've ever seen in my entire life. I hate frogs with a passion. And Chrissy, I now love frogs. Jeremiah is just so cute. And then she's got some Christmas designs as well. This one is called Sweet Treats. Then we have The Night Before Christmas, which is adorable. She also has Mrs. Claus and Company. What a beautiful Mrs. Claus. And Santa's Helper. Just adorable. So, Finally a Farm Girl is now available at Anabellas in our Etsy shop. And when we open our shop here, it'll be open in our retail shop so that folks can come in and actually see and touch the pattern and hopefully some models. I'm going to see if I can get Matilda up here, Chrissy, maybe for a grand opening. Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know. I'm just putting that out there as I'm talking out loud. But how fun would it be to have a trunk show and have Finally a Farm Girl, Matilda, here for a grand opening? Then this morning, Priscilla and Chelsea released their 3 new October releases. Well, they're not October releases, they're August releases, but many of them are October themed. So let me start with the first one. This one is month to month October. I am speechless. It is so beautiful. I immediately responded, commented when she put it up on Instagram. These are amazing. All 3 of these are absolutely beautiful. But this is month to month October. I think this one is my favorite out of the 3, but I don't know. It's a close triple tie, let me tell you. The next is so precious. It's Black Cat Bakery. Just look how adorable this is. Black Cat Bakery. And then last but not least, in her Let's Go Ride a Bike series, this is Haunted Trails. Look at that little bicycle. Isn't that adorable? She's so talented. So those are 3 brand new designs from Priscilla and Chelsea. They're available now in the Etsy shop, but they won't ship until late next week because Priscilla and Chelsea are at a retreat, and it won't be until they get back from the retreat and catch their breath that they can start shipping. So please be patient, but we do have it available, all 3, as pre-orders. Then what Terry and I have decided to do, because we're expanding, into a larger space with, more ability to carry more products, we've expanded our quilting pattern line. So if you go to Etsy, you will see that we have a lot of brand new quilt patterns that have come in. They are in stock. They're in the shop right now. I'm just going to share a few with you here. 2 of my favorites that I thought you guys would love, for those of you that are quilters like me, was Pattern Basket and Fig Tree and Company. Now, those are just 2 companies I'm showing you here today. We carry a lot of other designers' patterns, and we will continue to expand that moving forward. But here are just some great fall patterns from the Pattern Basket, and also some great fall patterns from Fig Tree and Company. So be sure to check them out if you're looking for a really fun pattern that you can use. And remember, this is really important. You don't have to use the patterns shown on the cover photos. You can use any fabric that you have in your stash. So if you're like me, you probably have a lot of fabric maybe left over from last year's projects in autumn that you can use. We have a lot of BellaBundles in our shop. You can grab a BellaBundle. Sometimes the patterns aren't necessarily this year's releases that I pick for you. So you may have trouble finding the pattern, the fabric shown. Many times the designers release the patterns and then the fabric is delayed months because of supply chain issues. So either way, just remember that you can certainly use any of the fabric that is shown in the pattern, or you can just dig into your stash. All of the patterns are very specific about how many yards you need of each different design. So if you need a stripe, you can, it'll tell you how many yards you need. Or if you need an orange floral, it'll tell you how many yards you need of that. So very easy to make it your own. Then our hand embroidery, something I love. We were very heavily into this previously, but then as we grew, we kind of sold out of it, and I didn't reorder it because I needed the space for cross stitch. But now we have the space, and we will continue to have the space to really expand our embroidery line. Now there's going to be 2 lines that we offer. One is hand embroidery and the other is machine embroidery. And I am a Kimberbell dealer, so we're going to be working, primarily with Kimberbell in the shop here. We're going to have some embroidery machines set up so folks can come in and use our machines if they'd like to embroider. But we'll also, have hand embroidery. So here are some really fun designs by Bare Root Designs. Bare Root Designs does dish towels. So here are some fun dish towels patterns that you can buy. And they also do, other types of designs, embroidery designs. But I thought these were really, really cute. And if you haven't done hand embroidery before, let me tell you, if you can cross stitch, you can hand embroider. It's not hard, at least not the patterns that I'm showing you, okay? I'm sure that, don't get confused with needlepoint because they are different. But this is hand embroidery, and you use DMC floss, and you probably have all of it in your stash already. So give it a shot, and I might do a tutorial on it. Once we're in the new space and we're settled, I'll probably be doing a lot more how-tos. So you can see that. And then Bird Brain Designs is another designer I'm going to feature right now. They have some adorable little, and I'll insert them here, autumn and Christmas charts that are out. So if you would like to look at Bird Brain Designs, we carry a bunch of them in the shop, and here are just a few fun ones that you can try. They have some Christmas bowl fillers that are adorable, and I sold out within minutes of putting them in the shop, and I've just reordered them, so we hope to have more of those in as well. So that's it. Not a lot to share as far as new stuff. For all I know, there's a ton sitting there when I get back. So next Friday's FlossTube, if I'm home by Friday, I don't know that I will be, but if I'm home by next Thursday when I film, because I film on Thursday now, I'll show you all the new stuff that came in while I was gone. If not, then it'll be more like this again one more time. But, you know, that's okay, right? You're still getting a good idea of what it looks like. I'm just not holding it up. Okay, so happy mail. If you watched episode 79 last week, I asked you to tell me what designs you would like to see my daughter Charlene and I design for you. And you guys are going to keep us busy for years. Thank you so much for all your great ideas. You are so inspiring, and we are definitely going to be bringing a lot of your ideas to fruition. Stay tuned over the coming months, and many of your suggestions will be put into pattern format. So, you know, you're kind of like our brainstorming sessions, virtual brainstormers. So we take your feedback and we love it, and keep it coming because it's appreciated. I haven't shared that with Charlene yet. I need to send her the link so she can read up on it to the Flosstube 79. So Flosstube 79, thank you very much. Now, if you would like to participate in this week's Flosstube question to get some happy mail, you have to have a few things going. Number one is you have to be a subscriber to the channel. You have to like this video. You have to comment on the question posed, which I'm going to share with you in a minute, and you have to be over 18 so that I can ask for your email address. And the winners will receive the All Things Halloween chart that I just showed you. We're going to give those out to 6 lucky winners. And as I said, it includes 5 designs, so it's a nice booklet filled with 5 different charts. So if I mention your name, congratulations, you are a winner. And the winners are, oh, you have to send an email to me if I mention your name to anabellasshop@gmail.com. Link is above so that you have the address, anabellasshop@gmail.com. And the winners of the All Things Halloween charts are Joanne Pacheco, Pacheco, Adi Mo, spelled Otimo, Adi Mo, Erica with an exclamation point, so that's Erika with an exclamation point, Barbara Collins Miller, Jeannie Monroe, and last is Graham BJH, Gram BJH, Graham BJH. So congratulations, ladies. Send me that email. I'll get your happy mail out to you as soon as I get back to the shop in Florida. So this week's question will be, now that I'm up here and I'm going to be enjoying all 4 seasons, and how exciting that I'll be here for fall and Christmas. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. What is your favorite season to stitch? Okay, so tell me that. Number 1, what is your favorite season to stitch? And number 2, what is your favorite holiday to stitch? So favorite season and favorite holiday. Okay, so answer those questions and you'll get some happy mail. Fingers crossed. All right. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for supporting my family and me, and by choosing to come back every week and to spend some time with us here. You know, we couldn't do this without you, and it means everything to me and to Terry and to our family. So I can't thank you enough. And I hope that you are as embraced as we feel by all of those that surround you, because for that we are forever grateful. And I hope that I will see you again here on Tuesday we will have our sit and stitching. We had a great group this past Tuesday. We have another sit and stitching next Tuesday. If you want to join our sit and stitching, it's a virtual Zoom meeting we hold on Tuesday nights between 7 and 9. So feel free to send me an email to anabellasshop@gmail.com and I'll add you to the Zoom list. So until then, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you then.